Hello everyone. If you are taking business management and IB, then you're in the right place. This is an overview of the IB business management course. In this presentation, I'll guide you through the key components of the course, including the different levels, standard level, and higher level, as well as the core areas of study. Throughout the overview, we'll break down the syllabus and assessment of IB business management, whether you're aiming for a comprehensive understanding at the SL level or diving deeper into advanced business concepts at the HL level. This course is designed to equip you with the skills needed to analyze and solve real-world business problems. Let's take a closer look at the structure of the course and how it is assessed. There are two levels in IB business management, standard level and higher level. The standard level course requires 150 hours of study, providing you with a solid foundation of business management. The higher level course requires 240 hours study, which includes additional topics and assessments compared to SL. The higher level course gives students a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of business concepts. So, whether you're aiming for a more general overview at SL or looking to dive deeper into advanced business topics at HL, each level is designed to cater to different needs and depth of study. Now, these are the core chapters in the course, which are covered in both SL and HL. The core chapters include Introduction to Business Management, which understands the fundamentals of business structures, goals, and strategies. Human Resource Management, learning how businesses manage their workforce, including recruitment, training, and performance management. Third, Finance and Accounts, focusing on financial decision-making, budgeting, and understanding key financial statements. Number 4, Marketing, which explores market research, consumer behavior, and marketing strategies. And lastly, Operations Management, which examines the processes that produce and deliver goods and services efficiently. For HL students, in addition to these core chapters, you will cover additional topics within the same chapters, but with great depth and more complex concepts. This ensures that HL students develop a more advanced understanding of business management. So, these are the topics in each unit. As you can see, there's 1.1 until 1.7, where 1.7 is an HL topic, organizational planning tools. Unit 2 with 2.6 as the HL topic and 2.5. Unit 3 with 3.4, 3.6, 3.8, and 3.9 as the HL topic. And Unit 4 with 4.6 and 4.7 as the HL topic. And lastly, Unit 5 with 5.3, 5.5, 5.6, and 5.7 as the HL topics. Let's now look at the assessments for both SL and HL business management. For business management in SL, the external assessments are worth 70% of the final grade, where paper 1 focuses on a pre-release case study with a 35% weight on the final grade. You'll be given a case study to analyze, answering questions based on the context and background of the case. The duration of paper 1 for SL is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Paper 2, it involves unseen stimulus material with a quantitative focus, which also worth 35% of the final grade. Students will apply their quantitative skills to analyze the data and solve problems. The duration is also 1 hour and 30 minutes. For internal assessment, which is worth 30% of the final grade for the SL students, the internal assessment is a business research project, which involves a research project on a real business issue, which involves about 20 hours of research. Now, for the business management HL management assessment, the external assessments are worth 80% of the final grade, where paper 1, similarly to SL, focuses on a pre-release case study with the context and background. However, for HL, it's only worth 25%. However, the duration is the same. For paper 2, once again, similar to SL, it involves unseen stimulus material with a quantitative focus. However, it is worth 30%. The duration is 1 hour and 45 minutes. For paper 3, it focuses on social enterprise, which is where the paper 3 is worth 25%. In paper 3, students will be expected to analyze business strategies in a social enterprise context, where the duration of the task is 1 hour and 15 minutes. For the HL students, the internal assessment is worth only 20% of the final grade, which is lower than the SL internal assessment. So in summary, the HL assessments tend to have a greater focus on the advanced topics, and they come with additional papers. However, the format remains similar between SL and HL. So, for the paper 1 external assessment, as you can see, as of paper 1 is 30 marks, same with the HL paper 1. However, the weight of final grade is different, as the SL paper 1 has a higher final grade. The duration is the same, and in section A, there are two sections for paper 1 for both HL and SL. For section A, all questions are needed to be answered and are compulsory, while in section B, there are two 10-mark questions found, where students are expected to choose one and answer it. The paper, once again, is same for HL and SL. As you can see over here, this is a case study found in paper 1 for both SL and HL. And over here are the questions. As you can see, this is section A, where all questions need to be answered. And this is section B, where students are expected to answer only one question. So now for paper 2 SL, it's worth 40 marks, where the weight of the final grade is 35%. The duration of the exam is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So for section A, there will be two structured questions. All are compulsory and needed to be answered. Where for section B, there are two extended response questions, where students are expected to choose one and answer it. As you can see, this is section A for paper 2 SL, where students are expected to answer both questions. Each question is worth 10 marks, therefore, section A consists of 20 marks. Now this is section B. As you can see, students are only expected to choose one and answer one question. Each question is worth 20 marks, which makes that 40 marks for paper 2 SL. Now for paper 2 HL, the marks of this exam is 50 marks, and the weight of the final grade is 30%. The duration of the exam is 1 hour 45 minutes, which is longer than paper 2 SL, as there are more marks in this exam, in this paper. This paper also tends to have more advanced structured questions. And in section A, where SL needs to answer only 2 structured questions, for HL, 3 structured questions needs to be answered. In section B, 2 extended response questions are available, where students are expected to answer one, just like SL. So as you can see, this is section A of paper 2 HL, where students are expected to answer all questions. There are 3 questions, and it is compulsory for the students to answer all of them. As each question is worth 10 marks, Section A consists of 30 marks. Now, Section B. Students are only expected to answer one question, where each question is worth 20 marks, which makes the paper 50 marks. Paper 3 HR. Unlike SL, Business Management HR students will have an additional paper 3, which is worth 25 marks, where the weight of final grade is 25%. The duration of this paper is 1 hour and 50 minutes, and based on unseen stimulus, it focuses on HR extension topics. In the paper, students will be given a case study of a business where there will be 5 resources. And students are expected to answer 3 questions, where there is a 17-mark question which requires students to recommend a possible plan of action for the social enterprise based on the case study, typically over the next 5 years. Now, let's talk about the Business Management Internal Assessment, which is an individual research project where students will investigate a real-life business problem or opportunity. The IA has a maximum word count of 1,800 words and is internally marked by your teacher, but it is externally moderated by IB. The IA allows students to apply business theories, concepts, and tools to analyze a business situation and propose practical recommendations. For the assessments, the SLIA is worth 30% of the final grade, while the HLIA is worth only 20% of the final grade. The purpose of the IA is to assess the student's ability to link business theory to practice, encouraging the students to think critically, solve problems, and develop strong research skills in the context of business management. This is the structure of the Business Management Internal Assessment. First is the introduction, where students need to give a background on the business issue and the research question. Next is the research methodology, where students will be expected to describe the approach to data collection and analysis. Next is analysis, where students will apply business concepts and theories to analyze the data. Next part is evaluation, where students will assess the implementations of their findings. Next is the recommendations, where students will propose practical solutions to the business issue. And lastly is the conclusion, where students will summarize their findings and suggest areas for further research. Next, as you can see here, these are the tools that students can apply to their internal assessment. The SL students are only allowed to apply SL tools such as SWOT analysis and soft matrix or STIPO analysis. On the other hand, HL students are allowed to apply not just SL tools, but HL tools too, such as force field analysis or Porter's generic strategy. Overall, the IA is an opportunity for students to explore a business-related topic of personal interest, and success in this assessment will rely heavily on clear planning, effective analysis, and communication of the findings. So, is IB Business Management difficult? Yes, it is. But is it worth it? Absolutely. If you have the passion, ability to analyze and evaluate business situations, then IB Business Management is the right course for you. Thanks for watching. I hope this video is able to give you a clear overview to IB Business Management.